I got my headphones in today, so hopefully y'all hear me really, really clear and not anything from the outside. But this video we're going over today, it's a guy who, he's a teacher. I forget, it's in his bio, but I'm not going to look at it just yet. It looks like he's talking to his students about, as you see in his, I'll read his caption before we move on. It says, "We're going to get to a point where y'all understand exactly what boundaries mean. A lot of people think boundary means I won't let you do something I don't like." And that very thing that he just said at the end is what, I don't know, I'm not sure if he's doing it on purpose, and people in the comments are, confusing that, but you're conflating two things with one another because people use language so loosely. So I'm not holding that totally against them, but there is that is a very key thing here. That and like the word trust comes up like 3,000,000 times. So I'm gonna let it play all the way through, then we're gonna go from there.
We're here for
boys.
Yeah.
5 boys. Would you let your woman go out with 5 boys?
no. Hold on, ask me a question again.
Would you let your woman go out with 5 boys?
Can I not let her do that?
No, it's a right. She has the right to do that.
Absolutely.
What I'm saying, like, okay, if you had a choice, would you let her go?
I don't have a choice though.
You're not thinking like real like.
I'm thinking like an adult thinks. Yeah, I don't have a choice.
Okay, you're right.
Actually, I take that back. I do have a choice. What choice do I have?
Leave.
That's what you would do. What I'm saying is, just thinking of it. Why would you let your dom?
Let's not. You keep going back down. Let word. Can you not let her do it?
It's her own.
It's her own. Okay, it's her own decision. All right. Okay, whatever. She's doing that, but at the same time, like, common sense. Like, come on now.
What's common sense?
You're doing something.
All right. Are you telling me common sense? I should believe every man. Hold on. Are you saying that common sense is I should believe every man she's with doesn't have the right intentions with her?
Wait, no, I'm saying if she go out with 5 dudes, they gonna do something.
How do I know that?
Shit.
Do what? How do you know that? What are they gonna do? Tell me.
If she cheats on you, she made the choice to.
Just leave.
All right?
Go find you.
Hey, listen up. They can't do anything to her unless they assault her. You know what I mean? If she's gonna cheat on you, that means you what?
You have the right to leave.
No.
You have no trust.
I have no trust.
So why are you with her for?
See, that's what you keep going back to that, but I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, I don't think you understand. What you're stuck on is trying to prevent the cheating. You can't prevent that.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying
Yeah,
to prevent the cheating.
but if she wants to cheat on you, she's gonna do it.
Exactly.
That's true. That is true.
All right.
Even if it's 5 dudes, 2 dudes, 1 dude. If she wants to do it, she's gonna find a way to do it.
What I'm saying, if I see that my girl is going out with 5 boys, of course I'm telling her.
This one, bro.
What you're thinking is you don't trust her. What I'm telling you is you don't have to be with her if she wants to do that.
I know, but like,
That's the end of it right there. That's where it stops.
Right there, Roger. End it right there.
That's where it stops.
Five friends. Like, come on now.
Yeah, regardless of how many friends it is.
Like.
If you don't like that, you don't gotta be with her.
He said every boy thinks like that. I'm saying not every boy thinks like that. He doesn't think like that.
How you know that though?
Because I've heard what he said. He wouldn't think like, oh, if I'm gonna go out
Yeah,
with a girl.
it's a choice.
It's a choice.
Hey,
I'm not thinking about it. I'm just-
because of his experiences with men, he doesn't trust men. All right, and instead of saying that, you want to control your girlfriend.
No, I'm not.
No. It's just that simple. You don't trust men. You don't trust boys. And instead of saying I don't trust dudes out here, because what girls say, you're gonna try to control your girlfriend around other dudes.
Period.
Wait, hold on. Why y'all all boys acting like
That's why you haven't kept a relationship for so long. Bro.
5 boys?
All right, so it sounds like he was trying to put a little bit of I don't know, benefit of the doubt there, I guess, where he kept saying that choice, you can choose to leave, but he kept doing that bullshit where he kept like at the end there where it's like that talking point of, oh, you don't trust guys, so you're trying to control your girl. No. Men are human. Humans are in part untrustworthy, regardless of what's between their legs. That's the part of this video that bugged the fuck out of me. Had he sent the message or explained it as, look, you can't control a human. If a human wants to cheat on you, that's just what that's going to be. If they're showing you different patterns and behaviors, then you at that point, if you feel like they're untrustworthy, I think you should just leave at that point. That would have been a better message. Even though there is a nuance, because this is not black and white, you do get into situations to where it's not just I'm going to stay or I'm going to leave. So that's my point here. Well, it was part of my point here. So the original thing that the little boy, the boy started with, I'm not sure how old he is. Sounds like they're all in high school. But he said, "Would you let?" He kept bringing it back to that word, "let." You can't let. He try to, when people focus on that, they try to make it seem as if the person is trying to describe a situation as they just like held them captive and you can't do anything outside. Say you can, otherwise you're not allowed to make your own decisions. That's not defaultly what that means. Again, people use language very loosely. It bugs the hell out of me, which again, why I would have understood if he corrected that and just left it there. But people use language very loosely. So I'm going to assume that what the young man was trying to say was, look, if my girl has 5 guys, which I wouldn't go stick with 5, even though dude said it doesn't matter. If I'm in a relationship, which is a big part of the reason why I don't date, all right? But if you're you get to a point where you're at that stage, you're in a relationship, right? And she hasn't did this before, but she's now saying, "Oh, I'm going to go hang out with 5 guy friends." It's like, excuse me? Just 5 guys from work. Yeah, we're cool now, and they invited me over to poker night. It was like, whoa, huh? And you saying, "Nah, I'm uncomfortable with that." That's not going down. Oh, you're controlling her just because you don't trust those guys. I don't trust the situation in general. And again, we might be at a point in which literally just walking away is kind of not just, hey, wrap it up and let's go. And I'm going to jump right to another point. This is in part because people refuse to let single life go even when they're in a relationship. When it comes to the freedom, the financial freedom, I hope y'all don't hear that, sorry if you do, or the financial freedom to just act as if you are still single, that causes a lot of these problems. A lot of them. You can't move the same way when you are in a relationship. You give shit up. Hanging out till 2 a.m. I think we all can, well, most of us can agree that you kind of just give those random 2 a.m. nights up, right? Whether you got work tomorrow or not. Why is this something that is all of a sudden off the table? You can be uncomfortable with literally a sex act. In some cases, they're trying to normalize that shit too. But just hanging out with 5 random dudes, people of the opposite sex. But in this case, hang with 5 dudes that I don't know. That can't be discussed. That can't be said. Nah, I'm not around with that. Yeah, no. We've made a decision to be in a relationship now. That's not happening. Seriously, this is why I say, ask these questions, these nitpicky questions, these questions that are so unsexy and so unromantic. Ask them literally from day one, because it saves a lot of time and a lot of this bullshit, right? So I'm straight up. Day one is like, yo, do you have male friends? Okay, how often? Where are they from childhood? Did you just meet them at band camp? At work? I start digging from day one now. Because this is stupid. I can't feel uncomfortable and say that's out of bounds. I just gotta roll with it. Or like you said, leave. Which if you're going to say just leave, that is kind of overstepped by the point he's making at the end, like now, which is, oh, you don't control her, so you're just trying to like, come on, dog. And this is, again, people make this seem like it's a man thing. It's not. Y'all know, I don't know about y'all, but I have dated a couple chicks, been in a relationship, and it's just something I just know as friends. They fuck around with females too on the low. They'll never bring it to light, really. They fuck around with females too on the low. A couple chicks said they fucked around with their cousin. So they can be hanging out with chicks and doing this shit. But again, you're just supposed to say trust and not thinking anything of any type of action. I watched the Divorce Court episode before years ago. If you can find it, it was when Judge Lynn Toller was the judge and a lady was in a yellow dress. Black couple. He said he found her because he was like watching, spying on or whatever. He found her on her way to the hotel room with 2 dudes, and she said, "Yeah, I was about to get dug out. I just a major dicking from these 2 dudes." But we just supposed to blindly listen. I'm not about to sit here and say you got to helicopter your partner, but to not be able to say you're doing what? Nah, I ain't with it. It's out of bounds. And before I go through this video section by section, I want to just show you this. Now, I'm not sure if he has a different account, which is just a private account, but see at the top there's a him. He felt the need to put that there. And as you see from the video, he kind of has like these just drippy dreads. He has like that side cut off hairstyle and shit, the nose ring, the hanging earrings. Free spirit of sorts, right? But on that page, what I meant to show you is he's not posting anything about a relationship. And he's 30, right? So a free spirit, I don't know if you call it alternative or whatever the fuck you want to call it, has the idea that your girl should be able to hang out with whoever the fuck she wants. Bruh. This dude ain't spitting game in your girl. He's spitting game in you. That takes some fucking audacity, don't it? Yeah, I'm single, but your girl should be able to hang out with whatever friend she wants. And I'm pretty sure this is the type of guy that keeps a bunch of female friends. Yeah, no. But yet, this masculinity coach will have you to believe that if you ain't about just letting him pick her up from your crib, or hell, she drives your car to his crib, you're out of pocket. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm just going to make that guess that that's how he gets down. That free spirits with this mindset typically do. But let's start from the beginning and go point by point.
Would you let your woman go out with 5 boys?
Hold on, ask me a question again.
Would you let your woman go out with 5 boys?
Can I not let her do that?
No, it's a right. She has the right to do that.
Absolutely.
What I'm saying, like, okay, if you had a choice, would you let her go?
I don't have.
Again, for him to be a teacher, it's pissing me off that he's ignoring what he understands the young man is trying to say. He's trying to ask him, would you set that boundary? Again, it is not just cut and dry of, if you do X, then I'm just gone. It's not always like that. Sometimes, especially, again, the way people date and vet today, it often comes times where y'all end up at a point where y'all got to go, damn, we differ here. How the fuck do we handle this? Do we just blow everything the fuck up? Or blah, 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 blah. Like this, I hate the way he's going about this discussion. It sounds to me like he's trying to be a little dishonest, again, because, single 30-year-old, free spirit here with a plethora of female friends. Sure.
Choice though.
You're not thinking like real hype.
I'm thinking like an adult thinks. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not an adult if you try to tell your girl, hey, that new dude at work, nah. Your work husband, nah. No. That you're not an adult if you do such thing.
I don't have a choice.
Okay, you're right.
Actually, I take that back. I do have a choice. What choice do I have?
So leave.
That's what
What
you want to do. That's what I want to do.
What I'm saying is, just thinking of it, why would you let your dom...
Let's not. You keep going back to that let word. Can you not let her do it?
It's her own.
It's her own... Okay, it's her...
Okay, maybe one thing that you can, put here is, instead of saying let, maybe you just have the discussion. If she's doing something you're uncomfortable with, which sounds very rational, maybe have that discussion. And if she proceeds to go say, yeah, fuck you, I'm doing it anyway, maybe leave at that point. Because I'm pretty sure, again, if you got your own bread, right, because people like to keep their finances separate, and you just spend it, you're not fucking no chick, you're not flirting with her, but you buy lunch all the time, you buy her favorite Target shit, taking her shopping. I'm pretty sure, even though no sex is involved, a lot of women will go, no, that shit ain't popping. The fuck is that? Even though they got separate finances. Again, which is stupid, but I'm pretty sure that it would be logical to have for your girl to say, stop spending money on the chick that ain't in his house. I'm pretty sure that's a logical thing to do, right? But when it comes to going on a date, because we like to pretend that that's not what this is. If you meet again, I'm just doing coworker because it's easier. If your work husband, you got a coworker, and y'all just going out to places together, going out, hanging out, that's not supposed to be considered a date of some sort. That's quite literally cheating, people. Stop saying that because you labeled it a friend, all of a sudden nobody can call it into question. Oh, they're going to cheat anyway, so I guess just say yes to it then, right? Right? How about we go a step farther then? The chick, instead of just splurging on her at Target, you are fucking her. Oh, what? I was going to cheat anyway. So why not just cheat on the chick I buy shit at Target? Cheat with a chick that I buy shit at Target with. Why not? I was going to cheat anyway. This is stupid. Can you be a little bit more like logical as a fucking teacher?
Oh, this is all right. Okay, whatever. She's doing that, but at the same time, like common sense. Like, come on now.
What's common sense?
You're doing something.
All right, are you telling me common sense I should believe every man? Hold on. Are you saying that common sense is I should believe every man she's with doesn't have the right intentions with her?
Wait,
No, I'm saying if you go out with 5 dudes, they gonna do something.
How do I know that?
Shit, me.
do what? How deep?
Okay, you don't have to know for a fact they're trying to fuck. You can still call it an inappropriate situation. The fuck is this, dude? I have to be able to read your mind or this person's mind to say, no, that's inappropriate. Do not do that. Really? I have to know that, right? Some people just like to joke around and flirt around, but they ain't trying to fuck. Would it still be inappropriate to do so? Damn. We really be playing pretend just to have no restrictions in relationships whatsoever. We really are to this point. This shit is stupid, bro.
You know that? What are they gonna do? Tell me.
If she cheats on you, she made the choice to.
Just leave.
All right?
Go find you.
Hey, listen up. They can't do anything to her unless they assault her.
Okay, he just threw that in her. He just threw it in her. They can't do anything to her unless they assault her. No. Did you see how even in this fucking example, the whole way, he's not putting any intentions on her. And the one time he does is, what, you don't trust her? If you don't trust her, why are you with her? That's as close as he comes to putting intentions on the woman. Bruh. Again, I don't know if I missed a part where they said, because he started recording this like in the middle of it, or there's something missed. So I'll give the benefit of the doubt at this point that maybe he cut it off or didn't catch it in time where they said you're dating someone and it's not an official relationship. Because again, you cannot pretend that every relationship or even your typical relationship is just something you can just walk away from. Because again, people today, the values we have, we blur the line of single and not single a lot. So it's very reasonable to come to an understanding where you go, you know what? Maybe we do need to understand what makes each other uncomfortable now that we're in a relationship. Maybe it's a little different than what we once thought, was the case. But to sit here and act like every relationship is just like, oh, my girl doing something inappropriate, I'm out this bitch. People move in together before they get married. So I'm going. Let's address it as they're not married, because you can't just leave if you're married, right? So they're shacking up. We'll go that route. They're shacking up, right? Oh, my girl doing something inappropriate. Well, I'm out this bitch. Well, no, you've already moved in together, signed a lease together. Some people buy houses together. You done probably got a dog together. You done probably combine bills. Done bought shit together. It's like you got shit to look out for, to go, maybe this is salvageable, but we can just like talk about what the fuck is inappropriate and what's not. But no, don't say Don't do anything other than, well, that's your choice, and I guess I gotta leave. But you're an adult, though. This is a very immature way to address this. Very immature. Again, this is why these conversations are so dumb. Because it's either men wrong or women wrong. No. There's an area in which, again, we've been brought up in a way, especially that generation that he's teaching, that it severely blurs the line between single and not single. And that's probably, that's something that Gen Z and Gen Alpha are going to have to work on every fucking time they try to get into a relationship. Because they move in such a way, they don't even know if they're trying to or not. They don't even know if they're trying to get into a relationship or not. They don't know. What are we? That was millennials. Gen Z and Gen Alpha, it's worse. Listen to how they talk. It's worse. So it's irresponsible to tell these teenagers that when you're getting into a relationship or when you're in a relationship, you can just walk away. You don't fucking know that. Again, unless they established somewhere before the video started rolling that this was just like you literally just got to a relationship yesterday.
You know what I mean? If you think she's gonna cheat on you, that means you what?
You have the right to leave.
No.
You have no trust.
I have no trust.
So why you with her for?
Oh my God. If you think she's going to cheat because she's going to hang out with dudes, you have no choice. So why you with her? Maybe this is the first time. Is that maybe a fault? Is that maybe a fault? Again, our responsibility, the way we get into relationships now is very irresponsible. Very, very, very irresponsible. So we probably didn't go over enough boundaries. We probably didn't ask enough questions before we just, became a couple. And now this situation arises. But, it's just because I don't trust her that she's going to Five Dick's house. Like, you're wrong for looking at a situation in which my significant other is going to the opposite sex, either house or they're just hanging out with them in general. I can totally not see it as anything other than innocent. Right? People, and one thing I almost forgot. Don't women always talk about how they were just manipulated right out of their panties? Don't they? Or just kind of, it's just like I blah, 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 and we just end up fucking, I don't know what happened, I just got pregnant, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. Women don't say that. Really? And by the way, now that I think about it, because of your inexperience, again, he's going to get to, because of your inexperience with men, your experience with men, you don't no, this is what society told us. People like you. People like you told us men are bad. People like you told us men are just trying to fuck. You told us not to trust men. You told us that. Remember? You said men are the problem, women aren't. In your hypothetical right now, you're saying men are the problem, women aren't. So this isn't us. This is you, smart ass. You told us not to trust men. You set this up. And now you're shocked? Now you're shocked that there might be some hanky-panky or some funny business? You did this with the whole women right, men wrong thing. You did it.
See, that's it. You keep going back to that, but I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, I don't think you understand. What you're stuck on is trying to prevent the cheating. You can't prevent that.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do.
Oh my God. You can't, you probably can. Does it hurt to try? Does it hurt to try? Does it hurt to say, I made a decision to be in a relationship. Let me try to make sure it doesn't just end just like that. Because we're human. We grow attachments to people. We care about people. That person with a dick you're talking to probably has feelings, He gets into a relationship and goes, damn, he says, my dom is going to other men's house, and this is not inappropriate. I'm uncomfortable with this. Just leave. Well, okay then. I'll just leave because I don't have feelings. I just have hormones. I made her my dime because I just wanted to fuck, Not because I actually drew attachment to her. Not because I had feelings for her. No, because it was so easy to get with her. It's just easy to get rid of her. Yeah, just that easy. Really? I guess you really do want men to operate this way, huh? Is that what it is? You want men to be this cold? Is that what it is? Y'all need to make up your fucking mind. Because in one sense, you don't want men to be this cold, show a little bit, be a little more sensitive, show a little bit more emotion. But also, shut your bitch ass up. Let her go over them 5 dicks house. Fuck wrong with you, nigga? Really? That's what we do now. All right. Operate like that, we shall then.
Yeah, but if she wants to shit on you, she gonna do it.
Exactly.
That's true. That is true.
Even if it's 5 dudes, 2 dudes, 1 dude.
And sitting down and having a conversation wouldn't reveal that to you. Her being super reluctant to absolutely hang out with these dicks wouldn't tell you if she's going to cheat anyway. All right? No, you should literally just operate with this super hands off, super disconnected, because you do realize that that's what you're asking for. You're asking that he be emotionally disconnected to the point where if a situation arises, he goes, either I'm not going to have any thought about it and just let it go and let her go hang out with them, or I'm just going to leave. Do you see the disconnect you're asking for there? That is a dangerous thing to put into society in mass.
She wants to do it, she's gonna find a way to do it.
But I'm saying, if I see that my girl is going out with 5 boys, of course I'm telling her, hell no.
What you're thinking is you don't trust her. What I'm telling you is you don't have to be with her if she wants to do that.
I know, but like,
Yeah,
I repeat, they're not. You guys didn't specify if you were just dating. He said my dom, so I'm assuming it's an established relationship. Why are you ignoring that, dude? Why are you ignoring that? You're not this obtuse. You're a teacher. You're supposed to have a little bit more critical thinking. Why are you doing that?
that's the end of it right there. That's where it stops.
Right there, Roger. End it right there.
That's where it stops.
It only stops there again if you're this super disconnected person. It does not stop there. It does not stop there. The fuck is wrong with y'all? That's not how humans work. It only stops there if that was your friends with benefits. And even then, it doesn't stop there. I just watched a Kendra G video in which a chick who was just, fucking around with a guy, they stopped talking for 6 whole months. She still hit up this dude, this girl that he had tagged on Facebook when they took a picture together, and grilled her. And all they were doing was fucking around. So to act as if humans don't have more of an attachment to somebody outside of, well, I guess I gotta go because they look like they're doing something inappropriate. Stop it. Fucking stop it, please. The irony in which people like him are breeding the same men that they complain about that are emotionally unavailable, detached, closed off. That's what you're creating here. You're creating someone who, we'll get to it. Let's let it fly.
5 friends. Like, come on now.
Yeah, regardless of how many friends it is.
Like,
If you don't like that, you don't gotta be with her.
he says every boy thinks like that. I'm saying not every boy thinks like that. He doesn't think like that.
How you know that though?
Because I've heard what he said. He wouldn't think like, oh, if I'm gonna go out
Yeah,
with a girl.
it's a choice.
It's the choice.
Hey,
I'm not thinking about it. I'm just-
because of his experiences with men, he doesn't trust men. All right, and instead of saying that, you want to.
Again, the bullshit. The fucking bullshit, dude. The only way you can have doubts about a situation and its appropriateness with someone who's in a fucking relationship is I don't trust men. I need y'all really need to understand the way y'all keep going at men with this bullshit of they're the only ones that can be wrong. You're going to do the opposite of what you think you attempt to do with these discussions, because you're purposely not hearing a fucking thing that anybody is saying outside of people who think like you. This is the same thing that just happened in the election. If you don't agree with me, it's because you're an abusive person and you think women are just objects to control or to be assaulted. Well, fuck it then. I guess fuck it. I guess I just won't have this conversation anymore. But you don't change anybody's mind. They just don't want to have the conversation anymore. Good job. Good job.
Control your girlfriend.
No, I'm not.
No. It's not that simple. You don't trust.
He denies it, and you go, no, 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 no. It's that simple. No, it's not. It's not that simple. It's not that simple. That situation y'all described, it's not that simple. Well, if you ignore all the other possibilities, then sure, it's that simple. But yeah, tell this teenager, this student of yours, what to fucking think. Good fucking move, teacher. Good ass move. And y'all wonder why so many people don't trust the school system now. Because now you're taking your lifestyle and putting it on him. You single, alternate, free spirit, single guy that says, you know, don't try to let your girl go hang out with that male friend who's, you know, me.
Trust men, you don't trust boys, and instead of saying I don't trust dudes out here, because what girls say, you're gonna try to control your girlfriend around other dudes.
Period. Wait, hold on. Why y'all all boys acting like
That's why you haven't kept a relationship for so long, buddy.
He's smiling, but yet on his page you don't see any signs of a relationship. Writing. Let's look at these comments. These comments pissed me off just as much as the video did. No wonder they had that conversation. So somebody asks, what is IPV, teacher? Thanks. He says, IPV is intimate partner violence. I'm a violence prevention educator. Yeah, getting rid of the Department of Education sounds like a fucking win. Well, not even really, because that doesn't address jobs like his. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? As you see someone who doesn't actually critically think or think, you know, outside of anything that he, you know, wants to be the case, he's in charge of teaching minors about shit like this. Alrighty. Alrighty. Someone who ignores that humans have human emotions is a violence prevention teacher. Alrighty. My girl is in another country and regularly watches football with her friends who are usually men. Am I worried? Not at all. If I find out she cheats, then it's over. That's the deal. I ain't controlling no one. Dude, you're in another fucking country. That's a dumbass move to start with. It's one thing for your girl to be in another city. That's drivable distance. Another country? I mean, are you in the army? Like, what would be the... I don't understand this. I don't understand calling it a relationship when you're in another country. Unless maybe, again, there's like army business or something. But to just casually have a girlfriend who literally just lives in another country doesn't really make sense to me. Why can't we be, you know, friends or pen pals until, you know, we're able to make it an official, like, you know, living together? But whatever, sure. I blindly trust everything because, you know, me saying, what the fuck? How the fuck would you even know if she cheated? You're in another country. It's the bullshit. This is the bullshit. I have to literally just go along with, I can't whistle, but just whistling along, blah, blah, blah. And if, you know, you find out your girl is cheating, which is already hard enough because, you know, dudes are a lot more willing to be, you know, on, you know, dick standby. And unlike women, not going to fuck shit up. A side dude versus a side woman are just drastically different. A dude would be the side dude and just, so to be clear, every Tuesday at 5:47 p.m., you're going to show up and drop the draws. Bet, all right, beware, there's going to be a 5:46 walking out the doors. You don't mind her. Like, and never call you to tell you I'm fucking your girl. Like, never. But you're in another country and just, nah. All right. Men are just toy soldiers that kind of, you know, exist in a, you know, world with humans who are known as women. Alrighty. The young man is struggling with internal entitlement of a woman's body. Time and he didn't say no such thing. He said no such thing. He's talking about his girl hanging out with a bunch of dudes. It's very common to go, what the fuck? For a guy to go, what the fuck is this? That's very normal and natural, and non like entitled. In no way did he say her body belongs to me. I can do whatever I want. He didn't say that. He didn't say he deserved her time. He didn't say he deserved her labor. But if we simply describe it like this, we can immediately make that woman a victim and this man a criminal. Problem solved. Right? Got it. I love the other men in the room also holding him accountable. Yeah, because holding accountable literally just agrees with you. All they did was back up the teacher. They didn't have a voice, opinion of their own. They didn't describe anything. They just said, yeah, they were yes men. But I guess that's holding them accountable, I guess. If she's out with 5 dudes, they're going to do something. What a way for a man to admit, especially all men, because 1 in 5 is crazy. Again, did anybody ask him? Did anybody think to ask him why he thinks so? Or did they just shut it down? Did they ask him what was the situation he was thinking of in his head? Or did they just shut it down? You see the problem there? Because this is a dude saying, I don't want my girl hanging with someone, a restriction, a boundary, immediately it's a bad negative thing and he's controlling. Nothing else. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing. That's just what it is. He's controlling. He has boundary issues. He says all men. And what do you mean 1 in 5 what? That sounds like an assault thing going on. Again, y'all keep calling us all rapists, dude. We're over it at this point. I ain't gonna say I'm over it at this point. I'm at the point now to where you can literally say, hey, there's a woman assaulted in this building right here. We should help. I'm gonna put my headphones on. Because I'm sick of this shit. If you're gonna put me in this category, fuck you too. And solve your own damn problems. I'm tired. I'm tired. Now I can't. That one white dude that went viral for let the blacks just do whatever, because if you I feel him now. I fucking feel him. You can't be shit but a problem unless you just go along to get along. You can't be shit but a problem. Who the fucks want to be in that? That's a prisoner. Because I'm not allowed to be outside the box. Not at all. I'm not allowed to be outside the group. Otherwise, finger pointing, you're a bad person. You are a part of the problem. We need to eradicate you. Because that's what you do to the problem. You try to solve them and get rid of them. So, yeah. I guess, yeah. Just, don't have any, self-thought. Just go along. Just go along. Or be completely, separate from your emotions, right? Right? Don't have any, your girl do something you're uncomfortable with, I'll just leave. Just leave. In this violence prevention class, is there anything in there about, conflict resolution? Because there was none in your statement, sir, at all. That last statement, that's why you can't keep a relationship for long. They're starting to get it. Okay, that's the equivalent to the woman who says, as long as she come home to me, I'm okay. And then some woman goes, that's terrible. I would never let a man shit on me. That's why you can't keep a relationship. That's why you're single now. Does that automatically make something a good point? You're single because you won't let your man bitch slap you. Is that a good point? All the men you get would want to bitch slap you, so you don't like it. That's why you're single. Is that a good point? You're teaching him to think critically and thoroughly. What was critical thinking about that? What is critical about either one or two decisions I'm going to make? Leave or just accept it? What is critically thinking about that? I really hate when people find something that agrees with them and they just completely just give it all the accolades. This was not deserving of you taught them to critically think and thoroughly. No, you didn't. You taught them to be detached, actually. This is a prime example of how patriarchy hurts men. Unless that young man changes his mindset, he's going to be single and alone forever. I literally just seen a Divorce Court episode about 3 days ago where the dude got to the point, he was so bold about it, he said, she ain't going nowhere. And when the judge said, are you? Girl couldn't answer. And on the way out, the girl pretty much made it clear, yeah, I don't like this, but I'm not leaving. You do know that they have that excuse of it takes 7 times for a woman to actually leave. 7. Yeah. If he struggles to get a relationship, remember he said keep a relationship for long. We're talking about Gen Z or Gen Alpha here. That's kind of what they do. Much more so than millennials. So you don't really know this, but sure. So you can feel good, sure. Go right ahead. Hi, hey there. My name is Patrick. I am disabled, poly, ADHD, and struggle with depression, escaping man box culture. That sounds like he's just tried to, I don't know, maybe making fun of things. But do you see how the people who agree with this, or they have to be hyper every fucking thing?
And then encourages our worst and weakest behaviors.
We expect monogamy and we judge them for cheating, but yet we're not virgins. Yet we have open Instagram accounts. Yet we come in with a child.
Y'all, the virgin spin adds a whole extra layer of creep to this. If you're a young person who's a virgin and you also want your first time to be with another young person who's a virgin, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about grown-ass men. There are 2 types of grown-ass men who want pure virgins for sexual partners.
Okay, see, again, by the way, I've never seen this dude's channel. She used virgin as an example, okay? Remember, she said we want monogamy, but the way, she's trying to say you ask for monogamy, but the way you move is not really in a monogamous thing, in a monogamous way. You can say, oh, my relationship, and this is for men or women, my relationships are always just, I never cheat. But if you always got a relationship every week, that's not really monogamous. So when she throws virgin in there, she's just throwing it, she's using it as an example to say, you kind of get around to be someone who wants to be monogamous. Remember, she said, we're bringing a kid in. That by default, at best, is a blended family. Or like a cuck situation, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. That's not a monogamous situation. We got to point to it in society to where we literally just see people having kids, breaking up, taking that kid elsewhere, getting with somebody else who has a kid, breaking up, and they're doing this over and over and over again, to where the point of like that monogamous situation where it's like a collection of like 8 kids but like 7 parents. I don't know how that works out. Just throwing numbers out there right now. It kind of like, is that monogamous? Is it monogamous when you can just move on? Just leave her, bro. Just leave her. If she's about to go hang out with 5 friends you don't trust, just leave her. If we're just preaching this, just leave, just move on, it kind of defeats the purpose of monogamy. I think that's the point that she was trying to relay there. But no, the poly disabled guy who has all this shit wrong with him apparently is, the one to judge about, men who want virgins. Shut the fuck up, dude.
If a girl just didn't even have social media, probably.
This is giving red flag.
He's about to try and gaslight these women.
Men are not allowed to have preferences, standards, and boundaries.
Gaslighting step 1. Play the victim. Oh, I'm just not allowed to have standards, I guess. The phrase is healthy boundaries. Trying to outright restrict or control your partner's behavior is very unhealthy.
Women are more picky than men are. Women have far more standards for men than do men have standards.
Gaslighting step 2. Accuse.
If you're going to do a reaction video, you kind of have to let at least play it out a little bit. He stepped in and said, you're going to play a victim in boundaries, but he didn't let the dude say what the boundaries were. That's kind of, I'm not sure if he did by accident. I'm not going to claim he, but it's dishonest to not let that play out. Because now we don't know what the boundaries he said were. So I can't even say if I agree or disagree with the boundaries she set. It's like how? Moving on. It all boils down to the fact that men don't trust men, so fix your circles. Y'all do realize women also have this problem, right? Like, there's a lot of women in relationships or marriage that if their guy was just casually hanging out with a woman, she would question that and say, who the fuck is that bitch? Like that would happen. Why do y'all pretend this is only a men's thing? Again, you're only making the problem worse because you're making men not even want to discuss the problem because they're not just going to get this. So they're going to move further and further into the echo chamber. They're going to move further, closer and closer to Andrew Tate, who you all hate. Bars. Because you're being dishonest with your approach here. This is not a men thing. Women also have this problem. They don't like their significant other just casually hanging out with some woman they don't know. What the fuck? He doesn't trust her. Oh shit. He doesn't trust her as much as he doesn't trust those boys. Except he can't say that because he won't be one of the boys anymore. Okay, I think I get what they're saying there. All right. Sure. It's interesting how many men can't understand the basic concept. I applaud you for helping them enlighten them. It's a dumb concept. Again, it's a concept that's asking you to have no attachment or to ignore your attachment. Ignore your feelings. It's asking you to do that. That's not a good thing. If you want to talk about help enlighten them and critically think, it would be to, hey, if your partner's doing something you do find uncomfortable, that needs to be something you have a discussion about and not just outright just, I put my foot down, don't do it, bitch. Like, maybe do that instead of the whole, or just leave, just break up. That's not, you're not enlightening shit there. You're not. You're literally just giving them a PlayStation 1, A or B. A or B. Pick one, A or B. That's not how relationships work. It's not A or B. Even if somebody full on cheats on you and you see the video, it is still not A or B. Because some people would rather be in that relationship with that person. They feel that person is too valuable to leave because of cheating, or they're too emotionally vested to leave because of cheating. They spend too much time on this to leave because of cheating. Some people feel that way. So for you to tell other people how to feel about a situation in their relationship, fuck you. That's not how that works. Also, I think he knows that if he or his homeboys went out with 5 girls, they'd be thinking, which can also lead to his lack of trust in men on the... Okay, let's give an example. I, myself, have a female friend from childhood. Never touched her. In fact, she used to be fucking around with my cousin. They were in a relationship for like 6 years. He's now dead. She has her own man now, married to him, blah, blah, blah. Last summer, she would frequent my house with a friend of hers, a female friend. Not a friend, I wouldn't mind smashing. But because this child friend I had and this other friend, I wasn't like, yeah, I'm about to fuck these hoes, have a threesome, blah, blah. That wasn't on my mind. Like any other time she shot through and hung out, we just hung out for an hour or two. And that was it. But again, also, her priorities are her family. Her job, her kids, her man. So when we hang out, it's not all the time. It's not often. It's here and there. When she has, I guess, a night where she's not at the bar or something. Or at whatever the fuck she's doing when she regularly does on like whatever time she comes over. But if her man was to say, yeah, you might have said that's your friend, but yeah, this hanging out with him on a Saturday night, I don't give a fuck you take your single friend with him. I ain't feeling that. That would be a very rational thing. I wouldn't be like, bro, We've been friends since school, man. Why don't you come with us and shit? Quit being a bitch. Quit being so insensitive, trying to control shit. But it's very rational. It's very rational. If he feels that it's inappropriate, despite me being her friend since like 11, that's a very rational. That's rational. That's her family. Her kids, her man. That's her family. So if they do that, if that's how he feels, I would tell her she kind of respect that. Just like if I get into a relationship and she would have, and again, my friend was to come over one night and my girl was to call me like, blah, 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 my friend, your friend, she hangs out with you at 2? Well, not typically, but like here and there, it kind of does happen when she is not, or when she's free, I guess, whatever. And she was to say, yeah, I don't, as long as she goes about it in a respectful way, we can have the conversation. And say, well, if it's really that uncomfortable with you, I'll let it be known that, hey, you should probably only come around when like, when my girl is here, or if there's like a situation, or, there's a family gathering or something like that. But this late night thing you do when you come around at midnight, she's not feeling it. And that's the boundary that we have to set. How is that not thinking like an adult? Fill me in. How is that not thinking like an adult? God damn. Anything to not allow you to just be single, right? That's a controversy. If you can't move like you single, you need to not move at all. Instagram, dude, how the fuck do I get back to the top of the comments list? Damn. I wish there were more men like you. And I'm so glad that you're an educator and starting from the root, which is right here when they are boys. The narrative needs to be changed and toxicity needs to end. So I wonder if men can, start teaching young girls, how to be, great wives when they're in high school. I wonder how y'all will react to that, right? This is not a position for an educator. You're not the fucking father. You're not their uncle. You're their educator in some bullshit class. This is not his place at all. But let's just say it is and accept it. And when them Christian conservatives start popping up in classrooms and start teaching y'all daughters how to be great wives, I don't want to hear shit. See, when I first learned what an atheist was, and I started looking at what Christians were doing and trying to, teach people kids and get Christianity put into law and blah, 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 I'm like, who the fuck are you to try to make me live like you? But now that I see all of you people who are on the other side also just wants the government to take what your point of view is and have everybody else living like that, fuck you too. This is why I move the way I do now, because I see that all everybody is trying to do is everybody's essentially trying to get a dictatorship, but on their side in America. Very clear to me. Very clear. Nobody has a problem with authoritarianism, dictatorships, anything of the sorts. They just want it their way. Oh shit. Damn it. Nah, I'm pretty sure I'm back at the top. Fuck. Alright, we are at 53 minutes. Let's get a few more. The bigger conversation. Are you worried about her, or are you actually worried about the fact that men are socialized to feel a sense of dominance and entitlement over women? And instead of holding other men accountable for being trustworthy and respecting boundaries, are you shifting the blame onto her if something goes wrong? No. Holy shit, is this the only way y'all know how to think? Is this the only way y'all know how to think? The very simple thing here is he feels that is inappropriate. The best education here is to teach him how to communicate that with his woman. That is the simple thing here. Keep it that simple. It doesn't need to be whatever. It doesn't need to be this. Y'all say y'all want to get rid of toxicity, but this way of thinking is very toxic because you can only think one way. You can only think in such a way of do it like this or shut your bitch ass up. Do it like that's a very angry way to think about this. Literally, again, simply think in a way of have that discussion. Yes, just because people hang out doesn't mean they about to fuck, but also when you're in a relationship with someone, their feelings are going to be more than a simple, I don't care what you do, because that's not somebody who cares. First and foremost, to simply go either I'm going to leave or do what you want. That's not someone who cares. And why would you be in that relationship if someone literally does not care? But yet, and here's another thing that I'm glad I'm still here an hour in. If one of those 5 friends does jump out of line, and she, hey, he's being very inappropriate. I kind of like myself in the bathroom. Am I supposed to give a fuck now? Am I supposed to be like, oh, send me that Addy. I'm on my way. Or should I go, those are your friends, right? Click. Well, is that an appropriate response? Is it? Should we try to prevent that? Should we? Nah. You just go ahead. I totally trust you and them. But you, from here, in these situations, should trust the cops. Don't call me. If you're insecure, that's a you problem. If you don't like it, you can voice your opinion and that's it. You can stay or leave. Humans are not that fucking simple. Why do we do this? This whole we gotta win this argument is so stupid. Do understand, I'm not even saying that he should absolutely say she can't go. But it's definitely not a hands-off approach that y'all are trying to imply. That's terrible. Again, I can't say this enough. You're asking him to have literally no emotional involvement in the situation in the slightest. Bro is insecure. It's not that he doesn't trust her. It's that he doesn't trust that he's good enough to get with someone who will do anything other than, oh God. Oh my God. I never again want to hear y'all say men need to open up. Because opening up literally turns into this. Oh, you just want to control women. Well, I guess I'll shut the fuck up then. Oh, you're just a little insecure little boy who don't think you're good enough. That's why you have an opinion on what your spouse does outside of you. Well, I guess I'll just shut the fuck up then. I guess I can have no voice unless it quite literally is what you want me to say. Otherwise, I'm this terrible, terrible person, right? Good to know. Good to know. If my girlfriend isn't okay with respecting the things I ask her to do, then she's not a good partner, vice versa. It responds, your partner disagreeing with you isn't disrespecting you. Asking your partner to do something isn't a demand. It's a request, meaning they have the right to not be okay with it. What you mean to say is, if my partner does something I'm uncomfortable with, then they are not the partner for me. That's not the same as they're not a good partner. Holy shit, dude. Okay, first of all, you focusing on that agreeing part when that's not the whole point of it, that's you being full of shit. That shows you absolutely always try to pick out little words in there so you can make it to totally discredit what somebody is saying. This is why I'm going to start just flat out refusing to talk to people when they do this. Because what they're trying to do is make everything you say irrelevant and discredit it by just trying to nitpick a word that may or not be favorable of how people view you. That's bullshit. And talking to people like that, you're manipulating the emotions of the audience when you do that. And then again, this bottom part, this whole if my partner does something I'm not comfortable with, then they're not the partner for me. That is a horrible way to approach that. Horrible. People have habits and hobbies and just general things that they do that are uncomfortable or annoying to someone who might be their partner, but can be like talked about and kind of like worked on, like what smudged or whatever the fuck, and then they can actually have a successful relationship. But you and your followers or people in this comment section are asking to teach young men that the only way that they can have a relationship is if they are comfortable with everything their partner already does. Little things don't come up later. Little shit that what the fuck is that? Like what? I ain't really not. That will never happen in a relationship, right? And if it does, well, just let it go, or just leave. That is the opposite of a healthy relationship. The literal opposite of an unhealthy relationship. But hey, you speak that Derek Jackson, but a little bit different. You found a little niche within that genre, and this is the lane you taking. Hey, if you get them showing up, if you keep them showing up, then hey, it is what it is, right? If you keep them showing up, it is what it is, right? Right? If you keep them showing up, it is what it is, ain't it? And that is who in a class feeding knowledge, quote unquote, to teenage boys. Alrighty. I'm gonna let it go. Be right, not positive. I'm out.